Hi guys, today I want to talk about the 5 most unhealthy foods that you can buy at the supermarket and alternatives to those foods. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to avoid when you go shopping at the supermarket are canned and tinned goods, especially tinned tomatoes. Now the reason for that is most of the foods that are contained in tins will contain a plastic lining inside the tin, and that usually contains a chemical called BPA. BPA is an endocrine disruptor, so it really is best avoided. The alternative is to choose bottles. I recommend buying a passata as a tomato alternative to tinned tomatoes. The reason why tomatoes are particularly problematic is that they're a high acid containing food, and that means they'll leach more of that BPA into the food when they're in tin. The second food item I recommend avoiding is margarine. The reason for this is that margarine contains a raft of unhealthy chemicals. It contains bleaching agents, colorings, preservatives, all sorts of nasty chemicals. Now, the alternative is simple, and that's butter. So whenever you reach for the margarine, I definitely recommend going for pure, preferably grass-fed butter instead. And butter tastes better, so it's an easy choice. The third thing that I recommend avoiding at the supermarket are deli meats. These are things like salami and cabanossi. The reason for this is that deli meats contain high amounts of nitrites, which are carcinogenic. That means they cause cancer, so that's obviously something you want to avoid. They also typically are made from animals that come from factory farms, and these are growing conditions where they have to use huge amounts of antibiotics and other chemicals for those animals because of the crowded and unhealthy conditions that they're raised in. An alternative to deli meats is to use lean grass-fed beef or chicken. My fourth food that I recommend avoiding at the supermarket are industrial seed oils such as safflower, sunflower, or soy and corn oil. The reason for that is that these are very easily oxidized, and they can become really harsh inflammatory agents in your body. I recommend for cooking using coconut oil or butter instead, and if it's for cold applications like salad dressings, I recommend using olive oil, preferably the extra virgin variety for those extra antioxidants. The fifth and final food that I recommend avoiding when you go grocery shopping is table salt. Now, not all salt is created equal. Table salt is the highly bleached and granular form of salt that you get. And the problem with table salt that it is pretty nasty. It contains some pretty awful chemicals such as ferrocyanide and aluminosilicate, and they're used to bleach the salt and help it get a better flow. The other reason why table salt's pretty nasty is it contains high amounts of sodium chloride. The alternatives I recommend, and I still believe that salt is a healthy ingredient to add to your cooking as long as you use the right types, are the pure sea salt, or even better, Himalayan salt. The reason for that is they don't contain those chemicals that table salt uses, and they also contain large amounts of other trace minerals that help balance out the sodium chloride in your body and negate any of its detrimental effects. I hope these tips help you next time you go shopping in the supermarket to make wise choices. And if you love this video, please give it a thumbs up and a like and comment below. And even better, if you want more information like this, you can subscribe to my 5-part series, 5 Steps to a Healthier Life, on my website at www.jamesmarnaturopathy.com.au. I hope this helps you live a healthier life, and until next time, be well. Bye.